Hi Flosstube! Welcome to this video. My name is Anna and I'm here to talk about cross stitch. Today is Monday, September 30th. It is a work day for me, but I decided to have a quick lunch and then record this video before I get back at it. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to cover what I stitched in September and then I will announce the winner of the giveaway. I have a little bit of haul from my trip to the Silver Needle in Tulsa. I do not have any estate sale haul, but then at the end of the video I was going to share some of the Halloween decorations that I have picked up at estate sales over the years. It's not like everything that I've ever purchased, but just some of my favorite things that I found secondhand that I think really makes the whole decorating situation a lot more interesting, I guess, to have things from things that I've never seen before. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get started. So in September, I decided to work on my full coverage project a little bit. I was just in the mood for full coverage. There's something different about it compared to other stitching. So this is Mini Bird Song by Heaven and Earth Designs. And this is where I got to. So the reason that I was hesitant to pull this out is because I already finished my goal for the year, which was to complete one 20 wide diagonal. And then I decided when I pulled it out that I was going to keep working on the sky just to get that out of the way. And then I just kept going. So I worked in the blue and there are some creams in here. And then I got into this big flower that's going to be here. And you can see there's more of these colors parked down here and parked over here next to it. So I got to this big flower, and now I'm thinking that maybe my goal for next year could be like 1.5 diagonals. Like maybe I'll finish this one and then do a whole other one for next year. We'll see. We'll see whether I pull this out again. It is my only full coverage project, so when I'm in the mood for it, like especially watching football or something, it's just nice to pull it out and work on it. So this is stitched on 18 count Aida with 2 strands of DMC. And yeah, I think it looks great. I love how, I've said this maybe every time, but I love how finishing this section makes this section show up so much better. So yeah, that is where I got to on this one. Also, in September, unexpectedly, I worked on No Bees, No Honey a little bit more. This is from Birds of a Feather. I won this in a giveaway from Kathy, the Crafty Cat Stitcher. And yeah, this one is out of print and it is very pricey on eBay. So I am not planning on profiting from the giveaway. I think when I finish this project, I will do a giveaway on this channel for the pattern. So that is, eventually when I finish it, that's the plan for this pattern. And I am aware that it's very valuable and I don't want to price gouge people. I just want to share it. So that's what it's supposed to look like. I made some color changes just to brighten it up and have it be less brown. I have a white board that might make this show up better. The fabric always looks kind of dingy in the photos that I take, but it's actually really bright blue. So yeah, this is where I got to. So I'm about halfway on these words around the edge, and I don't know how much further it goes this way before you come down, but I have a lot of this border done. I have basically this corner done entirely, and just have more fill-in through the yellow. But I'm still loving my color choices on this, and it's really enjoyable. It goes really quickly, but I think it's just because it has open space in it, whereas a lot of the other things I stitch are more like this center beehive, bee skip, whatever it is. So like this part just went really quickly, and I've never done letters before like this, and I really enjoy them. I think it was fun to stitch on these. So that's No Bees, No Honey. I don't know if this will come out again. I tend to stitch things in the season, so I don't know if this will get put away or not. We'll just see what I'm in the mood for. The main thing that I focused on in September was my Marishka kit. I have not finished it, but I do think it's on track to be finished next month in October. So here's the kit, the cover for the squirrel. I'm using all of the kit threads. I think I changed out the fabric because some of these kits come with Aida and some come with linen, and I want to frame them all together. So I bought 2 pieces of linen for this one and the rabbit that I've already finished. Let's see. So yeah, there it is. I have finished almost all of the leaves, the greenery around the edge. This last time I worked on this corner here. So I finished all of this. There is another moth right here, and then I'm missing a little bit of blue accent color up here. But other than that, the greenery is all done. There was a mistake here. I was off by 1, but because these are just leaves, I just adjusted, and I don't think you can tell at all. So all I have left is the rest of the squirrel tail, and you can't totally, yeah, you can see. I've done a lot of the lightest color in here, so I really just have to fill in some of these colors through the tail. And I really like being able to see the outside of like what's left to be stitched seems smaller once you've done the outline of it. There is some back stitching in like the squirrel's ears and face and some of the tail to make it stand out. And then also around the moths, like this one here. Actually, this one is probably the best example. There is a moth right there, and so you'll see it a lot better once it's backstitched. So yeah, I think this is on track to finish in October, and I have what I need to frame it. So if I can get it framed by November, I'd love to put it out like with my normal November decorations on the main floor. And then after this fall season, I'll give it a more permanent home in Ethan's room. So yeah, that's where I got on the squirrel. Okay, I only worked on one other project, and it is the Halloween banner sampler. It's from Just Cross Stitch magazine. This one I have not met my yearly goal on. My goal is to match up the border and finish the little pumpkin. So I'll show you where I'm at. So this is where it is. So I worked more, let's see. I worked on this little pumpkin. I put in his face and the stripes, and now I just have to fill in this light orange, which again is really good for football stitching because it doesn't take a lot of thought, but I do need a lot of light to see on this fabric. This is a Picture This Plus Jewel 32 count. It's just this really fun, bright purple. Yeah, that's looking a little dark through here, but it's just a really bright purple. I also worked on more of this spider web. There's going to be like a curly Q thing here that it attaches to. And then I just need to work out the corners. I have a ghost left, and then I'd like to chart some little bats. So I'm going to keep this out in October for the season, and I'm going to try to focus on just my goals and not get distracted by the ghosts and the bats and things. I'm going to meet up this border. I'm going to keep, you can see it's just like one deep around, but there's actually like a thicker border that goes like this around some things. So I'd like to match up the border, finish the pumpkin, and maybe do some more of that here so that I can work in, there's another set of like spooky eyes like these down here. So I'd like to get that part in. So yeah, that is where I got to on this one. And that is everything that I stitched on. I did work on that squirrel when I traveled to Tulsa. So that's when I got the most stitching time, and I worked on just that project. So that's everything that I worked on in September. Next, I'm going to announce the winner of the giveaway, which I was giving away. This kit, it's a Design Works kit, Route 66 Christmas Diner. full kit unopened, and I wrote the winner down. Pause, please. Okay, so the winner of this kit is Marlon Wiggins. So congratulations. I will comment on your comment and we'll connect over email for getting this shipped to you. So congrats. I hope you enjoy it. You should receive it in time for Christmas season. We will see how things go over the next couple months, but I'm hoping to get it in the mail soon. So for this video, I'm going to do another giveaway. I have a little kit that I picked up secondhand. It's this Gold Collection Petites kit. It's unopened, and this is called Cozy Glen. And it's the full kit with the floss and the fabric. It says there's a needle in there, but I didn't see one. I mean, it's unopened, so surely there's one in there. Anyway, I'm going to give away this kit in this video. So if you would like to be entered to win this kit, please leave a comment about whether you prefer to stitch kits, K-I-T, or whether you prefer to kit up your own project, or whether you like to, I don't know, go into an LNS and have them help you kit it up, or whether you like to purchase ready-made kits like this. So leave a comment about a kit, and then you'll be entered to win this cute little Gold Collection Petites with this little cabin. And yeah. Okay, so that is all that I have for you today, other than a little bit, some of my Halloween collection. These are things I decorate my house with. And I only brought down the things that I got at estate sales or, yeah, I think all of these are from estate sales, not thrift stores or anything. So I will go ahead and get started. What to show you. So one thing that I found a while back, actually it was last year, were these pumpkins. So these are just 2 of them. I ended up buying, I think 6 pumpkins of different shapes and sizes. And so these, you know, were like $1 a piece, and now I can use these for Halloween or for Thanksgiving, and it's just really nice to like have spare pumpkins to just like stick places. So those are those. I also got, I should probably not talk when my back is turned. This, I actually got a set of 2 of these. There's this black one that I keep with the Halloween stuff, and then I have a like burnt orange one that I keep with my fall stuff. And so this one lights up. You're not gonna be able to see here, but yeah, again, it's just really cute to have to like stick somewhere, and you know, to find it, it's kind of unique if you find it out of somebody else's collection rather than just whatever's available at the big box store this year. So I got that pumpkin. Something that I bought recently, I've been looking more for things like this. So I was thinking, you know, eventually maybe cross stitch on front of this, but for now I also just like the look of this, and it's really easy to store because it's flat. So I've been looking for more like flat things that have like a high impact up on a tall shelf like this. So I was really happy to find that. One that I just recently bought this last weekend that is part of why I wanted to share this collection with you. I got this cat. So it's a ceramic, I guess. This black cat. And it's like a little votive holder for a candle, but I have it up on a tall shelf, so you can't even really like see that it needs a candle. But he's just so cute. I love his face because he's like comically surprised, but that's also like an expression I've seen on my cat before. So he's just so sweet, and I love it. He was $4, and he came with like the original box with the styrofoam, so he was nice and secure, and it's a really good addition to my Halloween collection. Oops, that's a lot of noise. I also have picked up, I see a lot of these, but I like this pumpkin. My mom growing up would always put out a pumpkin that is very similar, if not the same. I think that her pumpkin might have a different smile, but it's made out of the same stuff, it's the same size. It looks straight out of my childhood. So I'm really happy to have this in my collection. it plugs in and it lights up, so it's fun to have on at night. The other things are out of reach, so I'm gonna just grab them real quick. Okay. This one I picked up at an estate sale. This is getting like a little bit spooky for Ethan, just some of these ghost faces, but it's really cute overall still, and it lights up too, and it like has like a flicker light. So again, at night when I just have on a couple of these, it's really cozy in there. And the last thing that I had to show you from this collection is two hands. I got this cauldron. I think it's a cookie jar. It's very breakable. It's like this solid ceramic, but it's just like a kettle. So in years past, I've kept the lid off and had things like poking out of it. I just could not do that this year. I just took things out of my storage box and stuck them on the shelf, and that's how we decorated this year. So this one was also fun to find, and just like add it in. So as I see things that are like unique or they just like fit my style, I'll grab it at an estate sale, and then the next year when I get things out, I have like fun things to pull out that I didn't get to use last year or that are brand new. And it really just, it supports my need to look for things and to buy things. I could go to like a Home Goods or someplace like that, and I could supplement my decorations with those materials, and I have done that before. But something about going and searching in the secondhand market is exciting for me. So that is all I had to share for Halloween. I'm realizing now that I forgot to share my haul from the Silver Needle, so I'm sorry if, sorry about that. I will share it with you now. If you guys are still with me, you can see the things I bought, which is not very many. So the Silver Needle is a needlework store. It's a cross-stitch store in Tulsa. And the remarkable thing about it is how many model stitches they have on the walls, on the shelves, like really fascinating. And so I was not in the market for any fabric or new patterns, but it was great to go and walk around and just like see up close all of these stitches that I've seen on Flosstube, or I've seen pictures of them on the internet. But seeing them in person just is really powerful, especially for some of those where the cover photo on the pattern is not very high quality. Seeing them up close is really neat. And also like seeing, okay, this person stitched it over one, they stitched something similar over two, and so you see those companion pieces next to each other in different sizes. It was just really neat. And the thing they had the most astonishing thing was the number of Mill Hill kits that they had stitched up and FFO'd into little pillows. And so you imagine like a store, they had just like racks and racks of these kits, and then, you know, hanging deep. And then the last thing on the hanger was a completed version of that. So it was just like a wall of pillows, of Mill Hill pillows. So that was really neat. This package is really crinkly, so I'm gonna pull the things out, and then if I have to cut the crinkly part, I will. Okay, so I ended up getting a piece of blue perforated paper. I already put that away, but that is for a Mill Hill kit that I got, but I think it would just be more fun on blue rather than the brown that came with it. So I got that perforated paper. In addition to that, I got 4 buttons and beads kits. So I'll show them to you. I got carrots. I got koi pond. I got Luck of the Irish. And I got this haunted cottage. Those are the things that I picked up. I also am thinking about a new year, new start. I think I'm going to start Before I Sleep. It's a Long Dog sampler. It's in their like extra I don't remember what it's called, but it's not like in their normal patterns. It's somewhere else, and it does look a little bit different from some of their other ones, and I think it's smaller than some of them. Um, but anyway, instead of doing it all in one color, I've been playing with the idea of doing it in greens and browns. And so I picked up some floss to try. And I understand that if I get far in the project and need more floss, I might have a dye lot problem. But I just want to go for it. I will figure something out if that happens. So I'm thinking about using the Gentle Art Pecan Pie as my brown, and Gentle Art Green with Envy as my green. I really liked that this one had more variegation than some of the other ones that had green. And then I was thinking about doing the animals in the pattern with another accent. And so I found Weeks Dye Works Cypress. So I think that these three together would make a really good long dog. So I picked these up. I've been intending to go to my own needle workshop, the stitching shop. I just haven't gotten around to it. So now that is everything that I have to share. I am hoping to be back at the end of October. It will probably be the weekend after, like it'll be a few days into November, just looking at the calendar when everything falls. But yeah, thank you for joining me and happy stitching. Bye.